Continuation of the California fire series. Did California releasing reservoir water create shortage for wildfires? Spoiler, the answer is yes. Firefighters fighting the Palisade fire. It's not just the Palisade fire. In Los Angeles have reported some fire hydrants in the Pacific Palisades neighborhood are running out of water, sparking concerns that the region's water supply as wildfires rage. The fire erupted on Tuesday, covering about 3,000 acres. Two new blazes eaten near Altadena and Hearst in Sylmar also erupted. I'm closer to Sylmar. Thousands of people have evacuated. State of emergency is declared. Los Angeles Times reported firefighters expressed concern over internal radio systems on Wednesday that fire hydrants in Pacific Palisades were running dry. Rick Caruso, a local developer, former PDW commissioner, and 2022 mayoral candidate, told Los Angeles Times that he thought the issue stemmed from failing infrastructure and mismanagement. In February of 24, CBS 8 reported that billions of gallons of water had been released from local reservoirs over the prior years out of an effort to keep water levels low should the dams fail and inundate surrounding areas. At the time, California's Division of Safety of Dams with the Department of Water Resources had water level restrictions in place at 5 reservoirs in San Diego County. Often battles water issues at its reservoirs as drought and high demand deplete levels. State water problem faces more challenges as officials try to maintain smooth dam operations by keeping water at a certain level. Okay. Here's the thing you need to know. The year before 2023, Gavin ripped out about a dozen reservoirs because of the droughts, because of environmental concerns caused by the droughts. He hadn't even finished ripping them out again when La Nina, I think it is, came back and started dumping water. Dump and dump and dump water. And all of a sudden, he's talking about we need to start building reservoirs to hold this water. How about you stop ripping out the ones that you're tearing out now, right? And maybe even consider building a few more. But that's too much to ask. And now we're seeing fire hydrants in Pacific Palisades running dry. Now, I have some other things to say about what's going on here. Those will wait until I get back, but this has to tell you everything you needed to know. This is ridiculous. Now these people are dying, right? Last I heard it was 10, but they're talking about some more bodies having been found. I don't know the story there is. There was a very forceful citizen's arrest yesterday. It was caught on camera. Don't bother telling me I didn't see what I saw. Of somebody suspected of being an arsonist. This is where we are now. And this is literally where I am now. Because Gavin started ripping out the fucking reservoirs when they were most needed. I want to add a couple things here. I've heard a lot of people talking about trucking water in. You can't truck in the water fast enough for this. This is insane. All right. From a mile away, you can actually feel the heat if the wind blows just right. That's why we have to work in shorter shifts now. That's actually an order that they gave us. Oh, boy, okay. Um, you could theoretically train in that kind of water. You're talking about a couple mile long train, and basically they've got to dump every water car at the same time to keep the water supply up at this level. I, it's theoretically plausible, but realistically, it's not going to happen. They need to get these reservoirs refilled. They needed to keep them filled to begin with. Now, there's some talk about one of them has some damage. Well, okay, that explains one. What about the other dozen? This is ridiculous. I can't put all of this solely on Gavin. About 3 years ago, the county of Los Angeles, which includes everybody in the cities, plural, I think it's 12 cities altogether, um, had the opportunity to build a desalination plant. Now, I don't know if that died in a ballot measure or in a uh, uh, board of supervisors vote. If it's the first one, well, it's on the people, and they've got to own this one. They got to eat. They got to eat the shit and accept that. Yeah, actually, this was what we said. If it was the board of supervisors, there's a whole lot more room to say, "Come here, stupid." And if and when I ever hear what did happen there, I'll try to pass it along. In the meantime, they had the opportunity, and this desalination plant would have kept at least the Los Angeles and San Diego reservoirs full. Well, the Los Angeles reservoirs, San Diego would have to turn around and build their own. Okay, fine. All right. It would have kept those reservoirs full. We wouldn't be where we are now. You want to talk about the blame game a little bit more? The uh, overgrown hills, and they were overgrown, were not being cleared by the county or the state or the cities. That falls on all three of them. They should have all taken care of this. None of them did. And it is I have a theory about this part that I'm going to wait until I get home. Uh, Probably 2 more weeks. I might get into it a little bit if I get some real downtime between here and there, but until then, I guess not. But that should have been dealt with a long time ago. This is a known problem. Don't tell me I don't know what I know I know.